Okay, friends, welcome back to yet another session of Thinking and Destiny. We are going with the Noetic Destiny, and will be the last session for the Noetic Destiny. And before we go further and learn about the Noetic Destiny and what Percival is going to tell us, let us meditate on his consciousness for 5 minutes, and then let his uh, wi- let his wisdom flow through me to every one of us. Please sit in a meditative posture. Cross your legs, clasp your hands, and close your eyes. Please observe your soft, normal, tranquil breath. Breath is the form that we are taking vital energy into each and every part of our body. 'It's flowing through all our body, taking all our thoughts, circulating every part of our body. Thought you make is getting internalized with your breath, touching every part of your body, looking for acceptance. Please rub your palms and place it on your eyes for a few seconds and open your eyes with a beautiful smile on your face. Before we go to an interesting topic of free will today, let us recap what we have learned in the last session. Over to you, Balagaru.
Thank you, Prasanna. So, in the last session in Noetic Destiny, we covered about the degrees of light and how the reclaimed light helps, and also in Noetic darkness and Noetic light, Noetic destiny, and Noetic darkness. So, first, there are 3 degrees of light. Reclaimed nature light, it goes back into mental and Noetic atmospheres, which is unattached. And also, we get freed light that we discussed last session. I summarized last session. Reclaimed light from thoughts and lunar germ. This is how, all these 3 ways we get that free light. Reclaimed light can go into nature again. It can bind into thoughts through desire. So he says, once it is reclaimed, still it has, chance of binding again through desire. So the freed light, the nature matter attaches to light through desire. When the light becomes unattached to the nature or atmosphere of doer, it gets freed. So only when it is unattached to the nature or doer atmosphere, then only it gets freed. When the doer has no desire for anything in nature, light becomes free and it gets focused on self-knowledge. Clear light. When man is not attached to anything in the nature or worldly things, he begins free. He will begin to attract free light. He will balance out old thoughts as his destiny, and he will not create new thoughts. When he gets this light, he gets more knowledge. He thinks with great power and clear lights, and also he can clearly focus on the subject. For him, light in mental atmosphere becomes very clear. With reclaimed light, he removes attachment and worldly desires. With clear light, one can perform his duties without connecting to the world. Eventually, he realizes that he is not a human being, but a doer or a soul. Initially, he finds light of intelligence apart from him. Once he attains perfection as a doer, he realizes that potential light is within him. When he evokes it, he will become that light of intelligence. When all doers reclaimed or freed their light, what happens to nature? When there are human desires to draw the light of intelligence, then triune self penetrates into nature units without binding. Then there won't be animals with uncontrolled desires. And then we see different plants and non-ferocious animals. At that time, man will be a conscious doer. He thinks without creating thoughts, and he will have an immortal body different from present human. He will take the food directly from nature like sun energy without using a food tube, becoming perfect triune self. At this stage, doer will be absorbed in psychic atmosphere in a form body made with form world matter. And thinker is absorbed in its mental atmosphere, that is with life body, in contact with the life world. And the knower absorbed in Noetic atmosphere will be in light body, in contact with the light world. And these 3 will be in immortal and also perfect sexless bodies. And that is how it's becoming a perfect triune self. So reconstruction of the new body with this about triune self, with this perfect triune self. Only a portion of the doer enters at this stage. Only a portion of the doer enters into the new body with the self-impregnation and divine conception in the head. This divine physical body is in contact with the 4 worlds. Then breath form obeys the order of the doer without any resistance from nature. So at that time, the doer, he will get, he can do without any much resistance from the nature. The nature also obeys the orders. Perfect triune self. Now triune self is complete and knows a common bonding amongst the other triune self, that is oneness in the world of Noetic world. So that is how he feels that perfect self. Freeing and restoring of light of intelligence and transition of triune self into complete intelligence is the goal of the human being in all traditions. So he says here, Percival says, in all traditions, whatever religion, this is the goal, to be freeing the light, and restoring the light of intelligence and becoming one with the light, perfect triune self. Thinker determines the amount of light how much the amount of light knower lets into mental atmosphere. Thinker determines, it seems. So the light passes through the I-ness and stored in mental atmosphere until one uses it. So this light is stored in the mental atmosphere until you use it. Basically, the light of selfness comes from the pineal body, contacts with the I-ness light from pituitary body. Then the diffused light goes to the brain, and from there it goes to the spine, and from there it goes to the heart and lungs, where it is used for thinking. That is how the light passes. So from pineal to pituitary to brain and spine and heart and lungs. Some people have light beyond their Noetic atmosphere. They have an insight into the things affecting human life. So they have a very high, beyond our imagination. They can work like that. Noetic destiny. In Noetic destiny, humans are stopped by the lack of or inability to reach the light. Also, they have fear of light. They are in a Noetic darkness for thousands of years and are unable to reach the knowledge. They do not acquire self-knowledge about conscious self by experiencing in their life. Their mental atmosphere is foggy with diffuse light, with full of obstacles. They have tough time in focusing and working with clarity. Such people are not conscious of reasoning and rightness. Their thinking is haphazard without clarity. That is how in darkness, they live. Man's great intellectual achievements are in science, engineering, and literature, which are concerned with 4 senses of nature. For this, he uses body-mind, which is sense-bound. This knowledge will not help him gain self-knowledge, which solves all the problems. Body-mind is limited. It cannot think beyond nature or doer. The human character often marked by dishonesty, greed, meanness, and love for alcohol, and entirely controlled by nature desires. Noetic darkness. The strongest sense is smell, and here he says the strongest sense is smell and touch. Through undesired sexual contact, light gets wasted and through sex organs. This Noetic darkness causes the humans to be born again and again with immature seed and form, which produces unhealthy bodies. To produce a healthy, proper human body, the seed and soil must be carried in celibacy for 12 months. It vitalizes and gives power to resist the disease. That's what he says. Noetic darkness continues. Women who lose over monthly cannot bear a perfect child. Abstinence in thought and act will help. Abstinence in thought and act will help not to lose over during monthly periods. When husband and wife are in this condition, they have a healthy child without disease. Women should be left alone during pregnancy, nursing, and 7 days before and after menstrual periods. That's what we learned last week, in the last session. So we are almost done with the section 7. Little bit he mentioned about the food.
Okay, Andy. Balagaru?
Yeah, I think I'm done. But the recording can start in the.
I know.
Okay. Yeah.
Thank you for detailed recap. Now let us go for let's go for the free will, Andy. Okay, today's topic is free will. I didn't get any presentation because let's be free will. Let's talk about it in general, like what we understood kind of thing, right? Because we are very loosely, because in the spiritual world we use that free will very, very loosely, because we say that destiny versus free will kind of thing, right? So
Yeah.
we think that, yeah, some people will say that, okay, it's a destiny. When everything is destined, then why should we think, why should we work, kind of thing. Then they say that, oh, there is a free will also, then you can do it. It's not all that is a destiny, something is the free will. But as because free will here we are using that there is a space that we can think. There is a space that we can think. There is a desire. We can think. In opposite to the incapability, because in case of destiny, we are thinking that we are incapable of doing, or a feeling of desire of our own way, because it is destined, so we are going. That's what we are thinking, right? Free will is an opposite to that. That's what we use that as a, the phrase we use that as a free will. Okay. But if you say will, if you see that will, right? When we will use that will, when is the one, it's a forget about that destiny versus free will that we are thinking. If you think that the will, so will is the will, because here is the that willingness, or uh, that willpower, right? In that willpower, if you take that will, that is the power that he's talking about, not that in general the loose that we can think anything or any way. So here the language generally that we use is a different than that, and it's called as a desire that you can think on your own, that kind of thing. But here whatever that we are thinking previously, the free will is, we are thinking it as a doer portion. As a doer, you are thinking that it is not just the destiny. We also have the free will that we can think, we can act, we can get it done. That is what we are thinking it as a free will, because we are thinking that we are the doers. We are forgetting that we are also the thinkers. We are forgetting that we are also the knowers. So that is why we are thinking that the free will is just the desire, or just the feeling that we can think of, we can get it off. That is the thing that we are thinking. So will is has a four functions. Literally, the will has a four functions. Okay, it is not just that thing. So it is the free will has a four functions. What are those four functions? To become, to be, to will, to do, to have. Remember that: to be, to will, to do, to have. So if we can have it, to be that, to be that, to will that, to go to that will, to do that, and to have that. So always these four should be combined to become that will. So the will has these four functions. Always remember: to be, to will, to do, to have. So these are the four functions, that it's not just the desire. So the thing that we are thinking of the free will is that we have the freedom to think our own, we have the freedom to desire our own things. So in my free will I can do anything. That is what people are thinking, because it is, if it is a destiny, it will happen. If in my desire, we can think. No, will is the willpower. That's because to become that, to be with that, to will and to do about it, and to have that one. So that is the, suppose let us take you wanted to become, or you wanted to achieve some grade. Suppose um, you wanted to become a you are a law student, you wanted to become a judge, let us say. So what is that, the willpower that you should have to be there in that position, to will that, to go there, and you have to do the things, all the things that has to become, and to have it, you should have that position. So all the things combined together is a will, not just that whatever that you, people will think that, people will start with, okay, to do things, let us do something and let us will, and then they are not actually combining all the four things if it is not getting it. Because whatever that you wish, it is not getting it, they are satisfying themselves, oh, it is not in my destiny. Are we actually putting all those four things together to become the will? That is where actually the free will actually comes into the picture. Okay, will is not just thinking, will is not just doing, it is combining all the four things: to be, to will, to do, and to have it. So once you have it, then definitely you'll be able to achieve your will. Is thinking over and over and over and again on that particular task, you should have that focus and do it. Then it is not just the small desire. It is not just the thinking part, it is the all together. So it is followed, but desire is followed by doing, doing is followed by having. So all the things together is the will. That is the will. Will is that one desire. So will, actually what is happening is, will, one desire is controlling the other desires for a longer period, because of which we are not able to achieve the things. That's why you say that, suppose let us take a students, right? Because we are all the parents and you are seeing the students. Students will say, oh, I want to get A in all classes. The moment he slipped out of the one particular class A, then there's a, oh, I'm weak in this subject, that's why I'm not getting it. Because he is releasing another thought saying that he will not be getting it, because just a slippage of the one grade, it will not be that if he has that will, if he has that willpower, then he will definitely overcome that. It is not that one slippage will nothing, will not bother him or will not do anything harm to him. He can make up with many other things, right? He or she can make it up. I'm just taking an example. Similar wise, in our life also, we wanted to become something, we wanted to do some ideas, then we start with some obstacles will come. Anything that some obstacles will come, then we stop it. Oh, it's not my cup of tea, it's not in my destiny. So these are all the fancy words that we use for ourselves, because we're thinking we are the doers. That's where the problem. Okay, so we should have that to be, to will, to do, and to have it. Let us take the classes that we are doing, the thinking and destiny, right? So when I have it, when it came to me, when the first time I said like, okay, it's not my cup of tea, I cannot do it, all the things. But once I have decided, right, okay, I'm going to continue this book. The once I decided that I'm going to give a shot on this book, once Badri sir mentioned that, okay, ma'am, you can do it. When he told, somehow I make up mind by after pursuing so many people and all the things, you know the story. But you should become that. So you should have that, okay, this is the laid out plan. In 3 years, I can complete the book. I can do, means I have that. So once I form my mind, I have that, I lay down the plan, I started doing it. I don't have any doubts in that. So that kind of will you should have it. So after you starting also, there are so many days that why in the world I started this book. I'm every day I have to spend every Thursday 5 to 6 hours going on this book. So I never get that thought. Before I start that book, I got that kind of thoughts. So even anything, right, that you get it, you shouldn't get any back steps. Anything that you are taking, it could be anything in your physical life or anything in your spiritual life, anything for that matter, you should have all these four things combined: to be, to will, to do, and to have it. So that kind of yeah, Sirisha garu joined. So before actually continuing the free will, I wish from all of us, the free thinking and destiny team, I wish a very happy birthday to Sirisha garu, because she is the one who pursued, who make it happen. I can say, even though I'm teaching here, I'm preparing myself, all that thing is there, but there is some person who will be pushing all the things, right? She pursued a lot and she's so consistent on this. So I wish her a very happy birthday, and all energies, all the positive energies should go to her and she will spread to everyone. Um, uh, Thank you. Thanks for starting this book, Sirisha garu. May universe bless you all the knowledge. So coming back to our thing, okay. So here is the problem. So these are the things, right? So you will get, you have to strengthen your exercise. You have to continue that desiring part, right? Whatever that you are desiring, you should have that continuous desire in your life. If you take it, right, take any desire that you want to strongly want to become, you become one. You achieved it, you become one. The one things that you have doubted, you have not achieved. You have doubted yourself, you didn't achieve. But the one thing that you want to achieve and you worked for it, you have achieved. Only thing is you are not actually doing it. The things that are not coming on your way is you are not putting your will there. You are putting so many other things. One way you are releasing a thought to the universe, I want to become that. And the second thought is, oh, I don't have that capacity. So this is where actually you are losing your, uh, you want to do, to be with that, but your will is the second itself, you are not actually releasing the proper thought. and to do, you're not doing that much work, then where in the world that you will have that kind of thing, right? So when it has to manifest, right, you should have a perfect longing. Whatever you want to, you should have that perfect longing, inner depths, in your inner depths you should have that longing. Attain till the end, you should attain till the end. That kind of manifestation you should be having within you, that will strengthen and continue your exercise and overcome all your obstacles, whatever the obstacles that coming on your way, it will get it will get cleared. So will is not free. Though he say that will is not free. Remember that your free will is not free. Will requires a lot of strength. Will requires a lot of much more thing, because you are conditioning yourself. Everybody, every one of us are conditioning ourselves. As I told you the previously, right? Oh, the author Percival has written the 20 years in of the book. I cannot do it. That's a conditioning myself. That's where I'm conditioning myself, that I don't have that much knowledge. I just 2 years or 3 years back I started, so I cannot do. That is a conditioning myself. Every one of us, friends, remember, every one of us is having equal strength. If I have the strength to understand and to explain this book, you also have, and your listeners, whoever is listening, is also having the same strength. Only thing is that they are not putting their focus, that much focus on this book. That is the reason why they are not able to reach to that strength of that book, or the energy of that book. They are not able to reach because enough focus, enough light is not focused there. So will is not free. Will should have the so much thing, because don't have all your conditioning. You are having so much conditioning in yourself. Your desires are also controlled by the other desires. Suppose, let us take whenever you are desiring, are you desiring to the highest thing? You are limiting yourself, and you are just, suppose you wanted to buy a home. Let us take so simple or material world. Let us take, you wanted to buy a home. You will say that, oh, my budget is only. You are limiting yourself, and you are not looking. I want this features. I want 10 features. All the features should be there in the home. That is what my desired home. You decide in that way. Don't go with your limited budgets and all this. What you desire, just to just pour that and put your will on that to work for it, then you will get it. Only thing is, you yourself are limiting yourself, that this is my thing, this is my thing. Because of the no, I have previously also I have put so many examples. Being a Telugu people all over here, you can take an example of NT Ramarao, who started his career as a milkman, and how he ended up, how his life went. And the Ramoji Rao, who started his career as a selling the pickles, how his career. This is all will. I am not saying here whether it's the righteousness, all those things is a forget. If they have the will, they may put in the light in the right places or wrong places. That's a different. Wherever you are putting your light, you are able to do it. So any one of us can do it. That's what I'm saying here. Every human can will, with their will, they are able to overcome their physical obstacles. They can do the actions, and they can desire whatever they want. Only thing is, human is thinking that they have a limited amount of free will. That is what you are thinking, but you are not having that limited amount of free will. The entire thing is the free will. You are not having that limited amount. You are unlimited. You are the knower. When you are the knower, you are an unlimited person. Don't set limitations to yourself. You are not limited. You are preventing yourself in acting. You are even preventing thinking also. You are preventing. You are not thinking. I'll just a joke. When you are actually dreaming about a boyfriend, why not Mahesh Babu? That's what, when in our days they used to do. Why not Mahesh Babu? Why you are dreaming about other people? Such in dreaming, in thinking also, you are keeping your own limits. Don't keep that. Whenever you are keeping, because that much powerful you are there. Okay, you can do whatever you wanted to do it. You are having a will, free will, to act, to desire, to think anything that you wanted to have it, right? You can do your own thing. Remove. But only thing is, when you, why you are not achieving in that case? Because the strongest desire is dominating the other desire. Suppose I have a desire saying that I wanted to attain that self knowledge, or I wanted to, and the meanwhile, one of my friend bought some the Tesla X, and somebody else bought some other good accessories, and somebody else got some jewelry. I was attracted by all of them. Then what will I do? Instead of keeping my time on learning the self knowledge, I will keep my time on improving my job skills, get the good job, earn money, and then get it. Because there, my will, I'm keeping it there, I'm able to achieve them. If I put my will on the self knowledge, I would achieve this. Only thing is where you are focusing your light, where your energy is going, that is where you are achieving, because that is dominating. Because you are thinking you are a body mind is dominated by the other minds. Desire mind or a feeling mind is dominated by the body mind, because body is going towards the senses. Because going by jewelry, going by car, going by all these things, what is that? You are pleasing your senses. You are not pleasing your desires. Desire is you are not feeling, because that desire mind, that kind of higher mind, you are not actually pleasing it. You are keeping your physical limitations, you are extending. So because of all these limitations, whenever you are keeping it, right, again these limitations depends on the which race you born, which country you born, where you started your life, what is your nationality, what is your sex, all the things you'll get. Being a female, I cannot do that. Being a male, I cannot cry. I cannot, even though if I get a feeling of crying, I cannot cry. Being a female, I cannot do that, because these are all the limitations that we kept for ourselves. Okay, so this is where actually we are struggling in exercising our free will. People are limiting themselves, their perceptions, their conceptions. So you are ignorant of what is your strength. You are ignorant of what is your what you can speculate, what you can achieve with the free will. You are the divine nature. You had the God and divine provenance. Provenance is there within you. Every one of us, we had that God and divine provenance is there. But you are thinking it's a destiny. That's why it doesn't happen. So because we are ignorant of our nature, we are ignorant of our true nature, own true nature. We are ignorant of our relationship with ourselves. You are that main thing itself is the problem. You are thinking you are the doer. You are forgetting that you are the thinker and also the you are knower. You are the three persons: doer, thinker, knower. If you are just using the doer portion, then you are limiting yourself as a body mind. If you know that you are the thinker and if you know that you are the knower, then you are not limiting yourself. Your unlimited things are there, unlimited manifestations you can do within yours with your will. You can change your psychic destiny, you can change your mental destiny, you can go to the noetic, anything that is possible, right? You are agreement, you are making an agreement with yourself that I am limited. I am Prasanna, I have done only 4 years of meditation, so I can only do this. This is my limitation, I am keeping it. Suppose if I say that, so now I'm a knower, I know that I have the knowledge that I am the knower, so I can do anything. Anything that if I know, if had I have that knowledge, I would have accepted first time when Patri sir told, Madam, you have to do this book. Yes, sir, I will do. I don't have that surrenderance, nor I don't have that knowledge. So I limited myself. Because of that, I rejected for such a long time. But fortunately, he persisted. So because of that, I'm able to. So when I know that when one can able to understand this kind of book, at least now I can do anything that I wanted to do it. That kind of knowledge we should be getting it. Whoever is listening here, when you without having that energy, one cannot reach to the energy of this book. If you are reaching the energy of this book, means you can do anything. That much I can say. So you have that freedom here. You have the will, you have the freedom to rule or to think, to desire anything that you want it. So that is the free will that you are having. Every human is having that freedom, not only you and me. Every human is having that kind of free will that you can extend to anywhere. Okay, originally if you take, right, originally when the human is there, this desire part is undivided portion. Only there is a one big desire is there. There's an undivided portion of the desire is there. So the feeling and desire is combined together, is having is there with the consciousness. So who is having that feeling and desire to combine together? The thinker and knower is having that combined consciousness. So they have that this particular thing. Later, what happened? Later, when it's time comes, that feeling and desire was separated. So the feeling went into the woman body and desire went into the male body. So that it was divided into the two bodies. Of course, you cannot divide that feeling and desire both. So both male body and female body has feeling and desire, and here also feeling and desire is there. And we all know that female body was dominated by the feeling and male body was dominated by the desire. So when this feeling and desire was separated and two bodies came, then this male body always wants the female portion of it, because it got divided, it went out of it, and the female body wants the male body. So this is where actually we are struggling, because it got divided, so we are struggling. So that is where all people, all this feeling and desire portion, instead of having that big desire, what is that big desire that everybody should have it, or the conscious is having it, self knowledge. That is the knowledge, that is the desire that will have. But once it got separated, this woman bodies are asking for men body, and men bodies asking, so the feeling and desire is going towards the sex and sexual desires. That's where we struck. That's where we struck. There's so many problems. Even epics, if you take it, so many problems are becoming with this, are as a result of these things. So here the doer, whenever it got divided, what has happened is doer lost its conscious light. Being a doer, he had that conscious light. That conscious light was gone, and he started thinking, I'm the body. I'm just the doer. I'm not the thinker. So whenever he is thinking that he is just the doer, his desire for sex was expelled, and that became dominated with the desire of self-knowledge. Within us, every one of us having the desire for self-knowledge. But this, the other, the desire for sex has dominated, because of which the knowledge for self-knowledge has become dormant. It is there for everybody. There is, because you are the thinker, you are the knower. So when you are the thinker and when you are the knower, that desire is always there. But only thing is, it is in the dormant stage. So the multitude of the desires, the other desires. So once you become like, I want that girl, you will do for anything for that girl. Okay, wow, what is that girl likes? What I can do? How I can how she can agree me? So many things you started doing it. Okay, so many things you will started doing it, and all the life is revolving over this. If not that girl, some other girl. So some, if not, okay, once the girl comes into your family, so the family started. So how you can grow. So one after the another, the desires are actually coming. In these desires, in these physical desires, you are forgetting, because you are thinking that you are the doer, right? So in that doer stage, you are forgetting that you are a thinker and you are knower. If you know that you are a knower and a thinker, then you will say that, okay, the family started, so no problem, all the things will taken care. And I also want that self knowledge. Once you are in that particular mode, right, so these things will be taken care. So you should have the dependency, right? So all the creatures in this world are just living by the will of God. Only the man is the one who is thinking that I am living myself. Why? Because we are thinking we are the doers. That's the problem. If you think that you are the knowers, you will not think that everything universe will give. Let me search my self knowledge. Let me, these are all the karmic bondage. These are all the things that have created, because that have created my previous thoughts. Because of that, all that get manifested. Because of that previous thoughts only, this world has manifested. Let me do that. Let me dwell. You will still think. You will still think, and you will still take care of your family, kids, and all. But you will not create the thoughts. As I explained the last class, you will still think, but you will not create the thoughts. You will have the strong desire of having the self knowledge. Why I came here? What is my purpose of coming here? Let me find out my purpose. Let me fulfill my purpose. So you will fulfill your life as a, why you came to this part, right? You will fulfill that one. So so then you are, the desires are not attached. So once you think that, because I have to take care of the family, because the family came, the kids came because of my previous thinking, because those things got manifested, let me take care. You will still take care of them without having attachment. So when you don't have the attachment, what will happen? The light will not focus there. You are having that light is separated. That light you can focus on the self knowledge. The remaining whatever that light that you are having, right, that is not attached to your desire. So desires will still go, and you will do whatever the duties that you have to do. But what is the stronger desire that you have here? The stronger desire will be having the self knowledge. So that is the highest knowledge, right? Having the to know the desire is a truly the thing is having that self knowledge of the triune self. Whenever you are after that, then you are in the right path. Whenever you have that kind of desire, who is my knower? I should know my knower. Everybody say go and intercept, go inside, go inside. So what you are going inside? You are understanding that you are the thinker and you are the knower. You are not just the doer. You are not getting attached to anything. Although you are doing all the things, you are not getting attached to anything. Each one of us has the right and power to understand that what is your goal of your life, or what is the purpose of your life, and why you came here. You have that will. You can use your will freely how much ever that time to know understand these things and to achieve these things. So but instead of that, what we are doing is we are dominated by the body mind, and we are dominated by the other desires. Because of the other desires are popping up, we are actually, this desire is going under dormant. The stronger the desire you have, it will control the weaker desires. Once you understand, oh, I have a car, why do you need another car? Forget it. Just I need a car to transport from point A to point B. So I'm having a car, enough. That's enough. I need not upgrade every 4 years or 5 years. I need not upgrade car every 10 years. I need not upgrade my home. The things are going on. Let me search my self knowledge. Let me understand purpose. What is my purpose? Suppose my purpose is to spread the meditation among the kids. So let me work on that. Once you understand that, let me work on that. So here many people are, I have the so many, even I have doubts in many for many months. How do I know that purpose of the light? Simple one. Whenever you are doing anything, if you feel that you are merged with the task, you don't need anything. Nobody need to give any money or anything. You don't need any recognition. You don't need any money for that, for doing that. At that time, so you merged with the work. That is the time you feel that your purpose is that. That's your purpose. So whenever you are doing, you don't expect anything from anybody. Suppose whenever I'm coming to this class, so many people today also discuss, oh, not many people are joining, right? Only 2-3 people are joining. Doesn't matter. It doesn't matter for me how many people are joining, whether people are listening or not. It doesn't matter. I am finding myself so much pleasure in doing this. I am feeling so fulfillment in my life while doing this. That is the purpose of your life. That's where you have to stick on to that. Some people will be very happy in spending the kids and spreading the meditation to them. Some people will go outside and do that. Some people will go in the because each one, not all of us came with the same purpose. Each one has different purpose. So that purpose, how do you know? When you are focusing with the meditation, you'll get to know what is the purpose. How? Because whenever you are doing that task, automatically that task come into your life. But that task, without nobody can will give you money. Nobody will give anything for doing that. But still you feel like longing to do it. Today Sirisha garu asked, okay, can we stop it class because she needs to spend time? No, I said no. Because one is I wanted to do on her birthday because she's the one who started, and second thing is, so somehow you feel like missing when 1 week was not there, right? So that kind of thing, when you feel that kind of pleasure, that is your purpose. So once you understand that what is your purpose, you will, so it is not related to your senses. Remember friends, if it is attached to your senses, some people will come and say, oh, if I get a new car, I feel so happy. Remember, whenever there is a desire, whether that is actually, that is, if it is giving a pleasure, right, is it giving pleasure through your senses or through your soul? Remember friends, whenever something is fulfilled, is it giving a pleasure through your senses? Suppose the new car comes, yes, everybody feels happy, but the same car can give you the pain. Somebody hit the car, then you will be at trouble. oh my God, what happened? All the things, right? Anything, if it is giving you the pleasure through senses, that is not your true purpose. Senses are using only for the only for using smelling purpose only, not for the pleasure enjoyment purpose. That is not the purpose. If you are satisfying your senses, that is not your purpose. You are mistaken. That is your doer purpose. Doer is thinking that is your, it is not your purpose. Okay, your purpose will be your soul should satisfy the things. That's where you will have the, so when you go there, actually, how do I know? How do I differentiate between my doer and soul? You will understand. When you go there, you will understand. Definitely, your desire or your thing, it will tell you that whether it's a soul desire or it's a doer desire. Definitely, any meditator can tell. If it is a strong enough, whenever there is a desire, if it is a strong enough, you compel your thinking on it. You continue thinking on the same thing, then that will become your will. So when you are continuously thinking about something that you desire, that becomes your will. So that for that you will be able to exercise. You will persistently, you will be able to do it. With your persistence, whatever the obstacles that comes on your way, you are able to overcome it. The more the doer is continuously thinking, the greater the will it will become. So it will dominate the other desires. Whatever you are doing, that's what I'm saying. It's not the self-knowledge. If you are thinking self-knowledge, then other desire, you will dominate the other desires. You will not go into the other things. You will, the self knowledge only you will keep it. Suppose if I am keeping that, getting more and more, accumulating more and more things in my life, my desire goes there, then I will be on that only. Okay, that's how I'll be able to do that. Where you are placing your will, that is where you are actually able to do that. That you have to remember, friends. Okay, then the desire has increased the power. Your desire will increase your power. How your desire will increase power? The more you think, the more will it will come. So it will increase its power. It has a thinking. So whenever you are thinking, how the thinking is increasing your power? Because you are focusing your light. Whatever the light you have it, that light you are focusing on that particular desire, then it is increasing and increasing, and that is becoming your will. Each such a desire will become a will when you are focusing more and more light. You have to focus on that until it changes, until you get attains, right? That. But remember, every desire needs a knowledge. Without knowledge, you cannot do it. Anything, be it a buying a car, be it attaining some degree, anything, you need to have that knowledge. How you will get? Because without the knowledge, you cannot it. But here the highest desire is to become one with the triune self, to become the triune self. What you need the light. So how you can get the light? You need to detach from your desires. Well, the once you detach from your desire, you will be able to accumulate the light within yourself. And once the light is there, you will become one with the light. So once you become one with the light, it is all free will. Whatever you think, it will become. Whatever you think, that you will be able to satisfy the things, and all attachments were gone here. So you are doing it, but not with the attachments. There's no attachment here. Will so with will, there is no, you cannot do things. There's nothing is there, because it is an undivided desire. The feeling and desire is coming together as a self knowledge, as becoming one with the triune self. Then you will become a perfect sexless body. In that case, the all other desires will not be there, because you are becoming one with the light. So even when a desire does think, it will not think about itself. Remember, even this is a very tricky sentence. Even when the desire think, it cannot think about itself. It cannot think about itself. Let us say you are thinking. Okay, you are thinking you want to become that, you want to achieve that. Are you able to think yourself? You are not able to think. You are thinking that, so I want to have a car, I want to have a home, I want to have a degree, I want to have a job. I'm thinking about all these things, but I'm not thinking about myself. If I think about myself, who am I, why I came, what is my purpose, then all the things will not be, yeah, that highest. What then? All the things are the secondary.
Yeah.
Only thing is you are not thinking about even the desire. That's what you're saying. Even the desire. If you start thinking normal thing, let us take. I wanted to have a car. I have a car. I wanted to have a Tesla X because it's a fancy car. So when I started thinking about it, think about the desire first. Think about the desire. So once he started thinking about the desire, so just think why I need a Tesla X. I have a car. I can commute. Only to commute to home, to office, to grocery stores, I need a car. I have a car. Already the universe has given me car. Why I need a Tesla X? It is having a high engine power, it has a high pickup, it has a all the things. Why do I need? Whatever the current car, is it not doing all the things? Similarly, the phone, right? I have some 13. Let us take 13 phone. 15 came, I need a 15. Why do I need it? It has more. Are we using that much power? If you started thinking in that way, so why do I need that much? Because what I'm using is take the call, reject the call, or check your mail, or do some apps, or WhatsApp. Only this much. This much, 13 or 15. How does it matter? We have been using from that. I have been using. I don't know the previous version. I have been using from the iPhone 4 onwards. I'm using that. It doesn't matter because the way that I'm doing the things is not matter. Maybe I'm taking more photos because more memory is there. Maybe I'm installing more apps because there is a lot of memory. So this is not because unnecessarily whenever you are using unnecessary technology, what I'm doing, I'm actually wasting my time on it, which is not required. Okay. So whenever you are attaching, I'm attaching to itself. When you think about the desire, itself, then you will get detached from it. That's what I'm saying. Whenever you think about the phone, why do I need it? What is the purpose? What is the thing? If I start thinking about, I'll get detached. What is that it is doing, what it is not doing, that what I have currently. So here, similarly, when you are thinking about yourself, instead of thinking the external things, you will get detached. You still may get the iPhone 15. Remember, friends, suppose if all the analysis, if my phone was not working properly, my phone was out there, my phone was not at all working, it is hanging up or something, then definitely I will go for a new phone. While going, why not 15? I'll go for 15. But that is not with the attachment. That's not with the attachment because I need it for usage of such and such a things. I'm getting it. That's it. It will not have any attachment to it. So when I started thinking about who am I, similarly, when you are talking, because we are all thinking using our mind and senses, body mind. So whenever you are thinking about a body mind, you cannot think beyond it. So you have to think beyond it. You have to think. Then you started thinking, think beyond the body mind. You just have that feeling mind and desire. When you are going with the feeling and desire mind, right? You will, does it giving me a satisfaction, a real satisfaction? If I buy iPhone 15, if I upgrade it, is it giving me, my soul is satisfied? You will go to that level. You will persistent effort, right? When you are persistently, you will effort doing introspecting yourself again and again. Then you will see that whether it is your what is your desirement is doing. My desirement is not wanting all those things. My feeling desire mind want to be, ultimately you will say that I'll go for holiday. Okay, I'll go for vacations, all those things. Why you are going? At the end you will say that I want to be happy, isn't it? To go, why are you going to Switzerland? Why are you going there, here and there? To be happy. So here your goal is to be happy, not to go to Switzerland or not to go to some other place. To be happy. When you are happy the place where you are in, why do you want to go? That is how we have to analyze. That's how you have to focus your light. So when you are focusing your light, desire mind, when you are focusing on those things, then you will attain itself, then you will become that. So when you are actually knowing what is your purpose of it, when you are focusing, you are putting your light on focusing on that, then you will become one with your conscious light. Once you become one with your conscious light, you refuse the body mind. You will refuse as a body mind. All the attractions will get detached. The desire mind itself free itself. It will free from itself from all other desires. What it needs is, it needs only the self knowledge. So it will think, what is my purpose? What is the self knowledge? Why I came here? The conscious light will be focused on this thing. So whenever the conscious light is focusing on this thing, all others will get detached. I'm not saying, because again the main problem with the spirituality learners is that, oh, if I go there I have to leave all these things. I'm not saying that you need not leave here also. You can still enjoy whatever the worldly things, but with the detachment. You're not getting yourself with attached. You're not getting comparing yourself. Whatever you are getting, whatever universe is giving, still you will enjoy. You will still enjoy, and you will still have the happy life, but with the detachment. So your conscious light is focusing on the things that why you came to this earth. Then the free desire, here the desire is free. You are thinking, when the desire is free from all the attachments, it will think about your self knowledge. It relates itself to why it came to this earth. It accelerates the joyful life. So whenever you are focusing there on the zen, it accelerates the joyful life. It accelerates the happy experiences. It creates a new sense of everything that is around them, creates a new sense of freedom, because you are free. You are not comparing yourself with anyone. You are not bothered by anyone's judgment. You are not bothered by any people where they're judging you. Okay, it's their problem, it's not your problem. Let them judge. You are not worried about it, because as long as you know what is your purpose, how you are doing it, you are not attached to anything. You are not worried about why you are worried about the judgment, because you are attached to that person. You are thinking that nobody else should think bad about me. That's where we have the attachment. That's where we have the problem. So once you detached from all those things, you are actually going inside. You are not anymore thinking about you are the flesh of the body. You are thinking you are the thinker. You are thinking you are the doer. All the four senses, whatever that is attracted to the nature, right, that God is repelling, it is doing its own duties. But you are thinking, you are in the portion of the thinker, and you are in the portion of the knower. So nothing will connect your body to the other attachments. Your body, you are focusing on your self thing. Whenever you are focusing on the body, what is the here is asking, is saying, what is, how actually you will get to know whether you are at the body mind, or whether you are feeling and desire mind. How do you know it? Suppose he gave an example. If you are exciting by love, if you are excited by hate, if by greed or culture or a pride or ambition, if you are getting excited with all those things, you are with the body mind. Whatever that you are getting, you should not take the pride of it. Universe has given, enjoy it. They don't take the pride of it. Then you will not be, then you will be in the thinker, or then will be in the knower mind. As long as you are having all these feelings, that pride and all those things, then you are with the nature. You are actually going the glamour of the nature. Whatever outside the glamour, right, that you are going. So once you stopped, once you detached, your portion is detached with self, then it is going to the feeling and desire, and attached itself to the triune self instead of flesh body. Here you are there, you are in between. Here there is a thinker, here there is a knower, and here is the flesh body. Okay, if your consciousness is going as a doer, flesh body, then you are thinking you are a doer. If your consciousness is going as a doer and a knower, right, sorry, thinker and a knower, then you are going to the conscious light. So which way you want to take? You are here, you are separate from your body. Remember, you are separate from your body. Whether you are focusing your light on the body, or on the thinker, or on the knower, that's up to you. Where you are going, where you are getting attached yourself, that's where that is where one life on the earth, actually, if you are thinking one life on the earth is a part of the series, there is a lot of it. There is a book, there is a thinking and destiny, there is a big book, right? There's a book. In that book, if it is your life, you are just this one particular page or one particular paragraph. The entire life is one particular paragraph. Whether you are focusing on this paragraph, or you are focusing on completing this book, that's up to you. So if you are focusing only on that particular paragraph, everywhere you will be stopping only in that particular paragraph itself. You are not going anywhere. If you're focusing on the bigger picture to complete your life desire, to complete your purpose, complete your karma baggage, all the things, if you are then you will go to the higher things. That's what is. So where you are focusing, what is the providence that you are keeping? Are you actually chasing this mystery? Are you actually going out of this? Or you are actually in the loop of birth and death, birth and death? And then being in the loop of, at the end, you will say, this is my destiny. Is it not funny? You are not thinking about yourself. You are not thinking why you came to this. And finally, you will blame that it's a God, this is my destiny. God has not given me proper life. Who has not given the proper life? It is you. It's a you who yourself who has not think about yourself, who did not think about your power. So you should understand there is a no destiny. You should understand destiny is there in your own hands. With your free will, anything is possible. Anything and everything is possible. So with your free will, you can do anything. But that anything should be in the right way. You have to focus your light. So if you are not focusing on the light, you are actually accumulating the karmic bondage. You need to think without creating the thoughts. You need to focus the light on the know your do your portion and understand the purpose of the life. Then only we have to go. This is what the free will says. Free will is not a free. It is you are just limiting with so many things. You are an unlimited being. So being an unlimited being, think big. Think what is the main purpose. When I just compared the book, right? Don't think that your life is that particular paragraph. You have to move on to that particular paragraph. You have to move on. You have to complete the whole book. So when you have to complete the whole book, you will not read the paragraph again and again. But what we are doing is coming, accumulating karma, go, again come, accumulate karma, go. So we are reading the same paragraph again and again. Where in the world that we can complete the life? We have to focus on completing the life. This life, we came here, we did some karmas with some karmic, we raised the kids, done. Somewhere we have to say done. You should not go to their kids accumulate the things. So you are focusing unnecessary things. You are thinking you are the doer, so you are focusing unnecessary things. Let us focus. Friends, remember, our destiny is on our own hands. Okay, with the free will, we can achieve anything and everything as long as it is as long as it is we are thinking that we are thinkers and knowers, doing not the doers. When you reach to the thinkers and knowers portion, when you are in the knower portion, when you are in the triune self portion, you can achieve anything. With that, I conclude the session of free will, and this
Noetic
completes
destiny.
half of the book. Noetic destiny, conclude the session of free will, conclude the noetic destiny. We completed physical destiny, psychic destiny, mental destiny, and noetic destiny. 4 destinies, 4 kinds, 4 worlds, 4 destinies we have completed. So with that completes half of the book, ideally. So here he's talking about the bigger things, and the rest of the year, or maybe a couple of months in the spill over to the next year also, we will be talking about re-existence. Some people may call reincarnation, some people, whatever it called, the re-existence, how it is, how actually makeup of the human being is happen, where this light of intelligence is going, how the body is coming from the nature to the doer, all the things that we will go in depth. Okay, death of the body, how it happens, all the things. What is the life after the death, what the doer is doing after the death, how again is coming as a re-existence. All the things we'll be discussing in coming classes, or at least coming 4 months. Definitely, we will be in the same topic. So now I'll open for the session for the questions. Any questions, Vijay Garu, Surikala Garu?
నాకు ఒక క్వశ్చన్ ఉంది. మీరు టెస్లా ఇది అని చెప్తున్నారు కదా, గాంధీ గారి ఆఫీస్ దూరం అని మేము కొనుక్కున్నాం. ఆయన 3 hours 1.5 hours డ్రైవ్ చేయాలి, 4 days వెళ్తారు. ఓకే, ఆ పర్పస్ మీద కొనుక్కున్నాం మేము.
ఐ థింక్ నీడ్ కరెక్ట్ గా ఉంటే
అదండి. ఎందుకు ఊరికే గానీ అంటే ఊరికే ప్రసన్నగా చెప్తుంటే నాకు అనిపించింది, ఎందుకు ఊరికే చెప్పా.
That's what I said, right? If you are not attaching to it, if you feel that I need to commute, I need it. So as long as you
4 days రమ్మట్లేదు. సో ఫార్ కొనుక్కున్నందుకు యూజ్ అవుతుంది, ఎందుకంటే మా ఇంట్లో అవి కూడా పెట్టుకున్నాం మేము పైన, ఏంటి సోలార్.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
Economy, and also మీరు దాని మూలాన you are helping the earth కదా, environmental friendly. అదే environmental గా it is very friendly. I mean, we are helping environment, not polluting by buying a Tesla battery operated car. So, I mean, in that sense, it's a good way of buying.
అవునవునండి
Either hybrid.
కాదండి, as long as I have Tesla, I'm not boasting myself,
Attached.
then you're
Yeah.
good.
Yeah, not boasting, not attached.
Not
అంటే-
attached, not boasting, you're good.
Yeah.
Okay.
అటాచ్